I'll see you there, kids.
Hi, Ricki. It's Lydia. I just want to say thank you for my lovely bedroom set in my apartment. Since the last time we talked, I spoke with my parents, and they are proud of me that I have stayed out here in California for my dream to be a culinary chef, and they support me.
Welcome back, everyone. My next guest, Marlene, served in the war in Iraq and was deployed for 2.5 months when tragedy struck. August 14th, 2006 is a day Marlene will never forget. Take a look.
4 months after I got to Iraq, we had an incoming attack on us by mortar fire. One exploded from behind me, and that threw me forward. I injured the right leg. I immediately had surgery. After that, when I get out of the cast, those ligaments would be tearing. So we went through several more surgeries. I've seen guys who, you know, would opt to have their legs amputated or have their legs amputated, and they're back on, you know, some of them on the front lines within a year. In the height of my PTSD and depression, I was hospitalized, but I had a wonderful organization here in San Diego where they introduced me to a great poodle named Gracie. She's been beside me, you know, every day, everywhere. I was afraid to come home in the dark and not be able to see who's in my house. And so we trained Gracie. I'll tell her lights, and she knows to run up into the house, and she turns on the back hallway light. And so that takes away that anxiousness of walking into my own home. People make it look very easy. They stick their leg on and they start to walk, but you don't realize how hard that actually is. You become clumsy. I still can't exercise like if I had 2 good legs. I can jump on a cardio machine, and after 10 minutes, I'm sweating and my leg will start to fall off. All right, you're about 2 seconds from losing the leg, so I've got to step off that machine, wipe down, dry off my leg, make sure it's solid again. I used to be super active. I so much want to be back out there. I definitely think a lot about who Marlene was. I'm still frustrated and saddened that I can't return to that.
Please welcome Marlene to the show. You clean up real well.
I know. They dolled me up. I look good.
Well, I had a chance to get to know you. We'll get to that in a little bit. But describe the old Marlene to me.
The old Marlene was, I was just super active. I was, you know, very much a businesswoman when I needed to be at work, and when I was out of work, I was playing soccer, I was playing rugby, I was out with friends. You know, I was just always on the go. I had to go and do something, you know, if it was with people or sports.
And what happened on that fateful day in Iraq in 2006?
That day, you know, I'd just gotten up, and I was on base, and an incoming came in, and it exploded, and I remember being thrown forward, and I knew my leg hurt. The ankle part hurt really, really bad, and I kind of sat there for a minute trying to get my bearings of what just happened. And I was able to actually scooch myself up and, you know, hobble back to my bunk.
But the injury was so severe that ultimately, after years of surgeries, you had to have it amputated. And so what has that been, how has that changed your life?
Well, everything from the Iraq War, coming home with the injured ankle and not being able to get up and do things, and then also being discharged out of the Army, it was a piece of me that was gone. So that changed big time for me, something I was definitely feeling like I lost. And then, you know, having the amputation, you know, I'm starting to learn how to learn to live life again. I'm trying to, you know, get out there. What can I do as an amputee? You know, I'm in a much better situation now from when it was the bad leg and going through surgeries.
Well, I know we heard your story, and we wanted to do something to sort of transform your life. And I'm so glad that I was a part of your experience. We contacted the Dive Pirates Foundation. Have you heard of them? You guys are going to be so into this. It's an organization dedicated to giving individuals with disabilities the freedom of movement again, and we were off on our adventure. Take a look at this. Marlene!
Ricki!
I'm so happy to meet you.
I'm doing great.
I got certified a number of years ago, so you're going to have to help me as much as I'm going to give you support. This is potentially life-changing for the both of us, huh?
Sure.
All right. Let's go. Woo! Hi. Can you tell me a little bit about Dive Pirates?
It provides people a chance to create lasting memories that are fun, that you're not going to take away the bad things that happen to them, but what's going to happen now is they're going to have a chance to really have life after injury.
It's not just, learning the skill. It's really, it changes their whole way of thinking. How has this experience been for you so far?
It's great. First of all, I was a little worried because I swim ocean, and I know I have a listing problem, but the Dive Pirates have been great.
That's amazing. I can't wait to do this with you. Getting in this stuff, right? I don't recall Oprah ever doing this.
After my injury, a lot of what went through my head was, let the bomb just hit me and kill me this time. When you have an injury, a severe injury, you never think you're going to be able to do some of these things. I didn't feel like I fit in anymore, and there was no place for me. People who stare and whisper, it bothers you a lot. Now down in the water, I mean, it is a great equalizer. Fish don't care. I'm swimming just like them. It's so peaceful. A lot of chaos still gets to you. There's no chaos down there.
Good job.
Oh, it was awesome. On land, I'm limited to where I can crawl. On water, I'm not limited to anything. I can swim anywhere, any place. It was great.
Awesome.
Ricki is so excited down there. She, doing the hang loose everywhere. She was just loving it.
Ricki Lake.
Oh, our spirit award.
So, Ravenous Ricki.
Yeah, Ravenous.
Thank you.
For Miss Marlene,
Nice.
Open Water Diver Certificate. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Come on, don't let us down.
There we go. Being able to share this experience with Ricki and the Dive Pirates. It's definitely an adventure come true. It's the new Marlene, and I'm just out there free-spirited.
Oh my God. Okay, not to take it back to me, but that is the first and last time you'll ever see me in a scuba suit, all right? So, do what you will with that memory. But Marlene, in all seriousness, I mean, that was an amazing experience for both of us. How do you think your life is transformed from this?
It's definitely given me a step forward. I knew swimming was something I loved to do, but it still seemed limited. And now diving, I mean, you're underneath there. It's first of all peaceful.
Yeah,
it's quiet. It's
so the negative voices that you hear in your head, they disappear underwater?
They just disappear because you're just entranced in the beauty underneath the water. The fish, that big sheep crab you saw.
Yeah, unbelievable. And what was that thing we were holding there? That was like, what do they call that?
That was a sea cucumber, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it was an ugly thing, but,
it squishes, it's like really long, and then it squishes up and becomes really hard and looks like a rock.
And it's such an accomplishment to become certified. It's a long process.
Right.
You have to do 4 dives. You are now certified in diving, and I want to give a shout out to Vicki in our audience. She's one of the members of the Dive Pirates, and let me just say the Dive Pirates is all volunteers, all on private donations, and it's an incredible organization. And to witness it, I have chills talking about it, to see her transform. I know you've been a little bit shy and kind of not living life to the fullest, and I feel like you have changed through this process. And let me just say, we have a little surprise for you, Marlene.
Okay.
The Dive Pirates Foundation has offered to sponsor you all expenses paid for their annual week-long dive in the Cayman Islands for 2013.
Nice.
So please keep in touch with us. Let us know how you're doing. Coming up next, some heroic female veterans desperate to go from fatigues to fabulous. We are going to give them the ultimate makeover when we come back. Robin says she's tired of looking frumpy and wants to trade it for a fabulous new look. Get ready to see her now. 50 and fabulous, Robin!